What's up everybody, and welcome to round 3 of the RaceDepartment F1 League. We are here in China, where I qualified in P6, which was disappointing as I was almost a full second down on my personal best. Although we are looking at a dry start, there is again rain expected for this race, about a 36% chance of rain. So I chose to run a dynamic setup in the hope to be ready for any changeable conditions.
Let's see if you can get 6th or above in today's race.
As the lights are coming up, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are off. The Chinese Grand Prix is underway and I'm getting a great start actually off the line. Already up the inside of Red Tabor here, braking for turn 1, taking the inside line here as Platinum is going a little bit wide here, so I might have a go at him at turn 2 and taking the outside line here. But it's going to be a drag race down to turn 4 here. Taking the inside for turn 5, braking hard and taking the inside there on TNG Platinum for P4, and good move. And already alongside Greek Don't Lie here. But he has the inside line here through this little left-right complex, and again braking for a double left-hander. It's actually a left straight and then another left turn here, as I'm trying to keep up with the guys in front, but already gained 2 places of course, as Indrexin meanwhile is off in the lead and trying to pull out a little gap. We can see So Solid is struggling around this corner and he's out of shape, which allows Greek Don't Lie and me through, and we are both up a place, but the Red Tabor is right on the back of me here at the straight. I'm going to have to defend the inside line here from the Williams driver, and he's going to try and make a move around the outside maybe, but I just take the apex and cover that off. So I'm keeping hold of P3. A really good start of this race for me, and already up 3 places from where I started. So I hope to continue like this as we skip ahead to lap 10, where yeah, nothing really happened. We were just being consistent. Both me and Red Tabor had around the same pace. As you can see, he's only a second behind me now, in 3rd place still, with Greek Don't Lie and Indrexin opening a good gap to us, and they are both running about 7 seconds up the road. But braking hard for the hairpin now. You can see I'm getting a lot of understeer, running wide there, which allows Red Tabor to be right on the back of me, putting a lot of pressure here around the outside, having a little look, and I'm just stuck on the inside here. So he can cut back underneath me, and he's going to take that place now. And as you can see on the tire indicator, our tires are wearing a bit out. We've done already 10 laps on these options, and they are not going to last much longer, so we will probably go and look for some new fresh tires. But as we skip ahead a bit further into the lap, you can see Red Tabor outbraking himself there and running wide, and that allows me to take P3 back from him. And again we are in a battle, just like in Malaysia, where we were at a pretty good and long battle for 3rd place there. But you can see now I'm asking my crew to get some options tires ready, because I want to get in and want these tires off. As you can see, we are both struggling a bit to keep the car on the road there on the hairpin, but I do go into the pit ahead of the Williams driver, as he's following me into the pits, and he's probably also looking to go for the options, as we just got a radio message that there is some rain expected in about 15 minutes, so that should be about 10 to 11 laps before it starts raining, and that's perfect timing for another set of options. 2.9 second pit stop, really quick, and it's quick enough to keep me ahead of Red Tabor here. And looking at the minimap, it's really close here with Bessa just coming in between me and Red Tabor, so that allows me to open a little gap maybe to Red Tabor if I can keep Bessa and him behind me. And as we skip ahead to the start of lap 14, you can see I have opened a little gap to Red Tabor, about 2.6 seconds, and going purple, so setting the fastest lap of the race so far, and finding some good pace on these brand new tires. But skipping ahead now to lap 18, and Red Tabor is right on the back of me again. He has catched up and closed the gap, so I was not able to pull away, and going a little bit wide here, that allows Red Tabor to take the inside here for the start of sector 3. And we are still having a good scrap here, and it's already taking about 18 laps now, this little battle here. It will be interesting when the conditions are going to change. As you can see, the sky is getting darker and it's going to start raining really soon, I feel. But into the DRS zone now, and braking hard for the hairpin, and misjudging my braking point a little as I run very wide, and that allows Red Tabor to just cut back. 4 laps later, and I'm again in the DRS zone on the Williams driver. He's going to defend the inside line here, and I'm taking the outside line, side by side here, but good defending from Red Tabor, and that gives me no opportunity to make a move there. As we are skipping ahead to the end of lap 23, you can see it started raining, and actually we are losing grip, running wide there a little bit, and up front you can see the Williams driver is out of shape. He's sliding around the track, and I'm losing the rear as well here. I just managed to save it from spinning off, but it's definitely time for the intermediate tires now. A very quick pit stop again, 2.9 seconds, and to get me out again, but 7.4 seconds behind Red Tabor, so he just opened a little gap to me because I was really struggling at the end of the previous lap, but the rain already started. I think we stayed out a lap too long, and again you can see how sensitive you have to be with the timing. Stopping 1 lap too early or 1 lap too late is really costly on this game. Coming up to the sector 1 split, you can see I'm 7 seconds behind Red Tabor, and 7 seconds ahead of Platinum as well, putting the fuel up to mix 2, and going to try and catch up with Red Tabor as we skip ahead to lap 26 here. And as you can see, the rain is getting heavier, losing grip on the intermediate tires. I'm not feeling too comfortable on them, and surely I'm going to change to wet tires very soon, as the gap to TNG Platinum is now 12.8 seconds. So he's obviously struggling as well as my crew, again with a very quick pit stop. And interestingly, Red Tabor is staying out for another lap, so hopefully I can make the undercut to work, and that's exactly what I'm doing here, as Red Tabor is making a stop the next lap. And you can see him in the pits now. I'm already past him, and he has lost a lot of time by just staying out 1 lap longer. He lost about 18 seconds, I think. And that's a lot of time to lose in just 1 lap. But again, the proof of this very sensitive weather system on this year's game. I'm not sure if I'm really a fan of it, but it certainly does give you a lot more opportunity to come back if you have a bad start of the race.
Okay, you have a 12-second gap to the car behind.
Skipping ahead now to the start of lap 31, I'm about 14 seconds ahead of Red Tabor, but getting a little oversteer moment here, losing traction and damaging my front wing slightly in the process. I'm lucky to be able and stay out, but that was a scary moment. Skipping ahead to lap 35, where the weather is improving. As you can see, the track is slowly drying out and these wets are not having a lot of grip anymore. As you can see, the McLaren driver of Tadger is out of shape there. I'm actually driving very carefully around this long right-hander leading up to the straight. I don't want to risk spinning off or damaging my car any further. I'm probably going to look and change my tires real soon, as I'm giving the order to my pit crew. Braking for the hairpin now very carefully on the throttle, but losing the rear here again on the little curb there. And can somebody explain to me what happened there? I was not being aggressive on the throttle at all, but it just looked like my rear snapped and I just lost a lot of time because of this, and the position to RaceDepartment, as I was in P3 and now back to P4 behind him, as I'm entering the pits now for some intermediate tires, and hopefully they will have some better grip and traction, because those wet tires were getting me nowhere. A 5.4 second stop, a bit slower than the previous stops, because my front wing had to be changed as well.
The track is clear.
And as you can see, the sky is blue, the track is drying out. So if you ask me, we will probably have a dry end of the race still ahead of us, because these intermediate tires might look okay for now, but they certainly... And we have a safety car out. It's TNG Platinum destroyed the vehicle, and well, this is good and bad for me actually. Of course I'm able to catch up with RaceDepartment this way, and I'm also catching up with the front runners Greek Don't Lie and Indrexen, who were very far ahead. But on the other hand, for example, So Solid and also Bessa, the other Toro Rosso driver, have catched up with the pack as well, and they are right on the back of me now. And you can see I was not really close enough to RaceDepartment for the restart here, so he's able to pull away a little bit. Braking for turn 1 here, you can see me running very wide actually, and we also have a McLaren of Tadger who was off in the grass there and rejoining the track. But I'm starting to wonder, is this the right tire to be on at this moment, as I'm again losing traction here and having to save the car from spinning off, and that allows So Solid to be on the inside of me, braking here for turn 5. And he just takes that place from me, as these intermediate tires are really hard to race on in these conditions. So surely we are going to change them. Skipping ahead to the end of the lap, and you can see on the minimap everybody is pitting, including me. I'm choosing the prime tires to make them last to the end of the race, hopefully with about 17 laps to go. That should be fine. I'm coming out of the pits here in P5 behind RaceDepartment, who just got passed by So Solid. And as you can see, my teammate in front in the other Ferrari there is just smoking. What the hell is happening there? And losing the rear again here, and just spinning around, and that is going to be costly. That's costing me a lot of time, and that allows Bessa to get past actually, and demoting me to P6. Very disappointing to have this kind of mistakes just after a safety car restart. Is just not good. As I'm now about 6 seconds behind Bessa, and with 17 laps to go, I'm going to have to put in a lot of work here in order to catch up with them. But as you can see, I'm here coming up to the McLaren driver of Tadger, who is really struggling, and he's actually a lap behind, so he should let me through here, but there is contact. I'm hitting the wall here, he is in the wall as well, and I'm getting a penalty from the stewards for this incident. And to me that seems a little bit unfair, as he was the slower car and he was a lap behind, so he should have moved over and not be so slow on the racing line. But anyway, skipping ahead to lap 48, where I'm right on the back of Bessa, and I'm looking much quicker here. Already alongside him here at the long right-hander leading up to the straight. So I'm going to use my curse and just pause him here for P4, getting that place back there. But as you can see, I have a DRS problem as the little icon is marked there. So I'm going to have to defend here, braking for the hairpin. But despite not being able to use DRS, I managed to defend the position from Bessa. And as you can see, we are coming up to the finish line here for start of lap 49 with 8 laps remaining. The gap to So Solid is 6.9 seconds. But skipping ahead now to the start of lap 55, 2 laps remaining. And the gap is down to 1.7 seconds. And meanwhile, I opened the gap to Bessa to 4.9 seconds. So as you can see, I'm pushing hard and I'm obviously much quicker than these guys. But again losing the rear here and almost putting it into the wall. Having a little trip over the grass here, and that's not going to do any good to my tires. And losing costly time here to So Solid. 4.7 seconds now is the gap, and that looks to be too much to catch up. As we skip ahead to the end of lap 56, the gap is down to 1.6 seconds, so I'm massively gaining time on So Solid, and I'm catching him up very quickly as Greek Don't Lie gets his second victory of the season with another win here in China. A good race by him, a strong performance.
Looking at the telemetry data, the car ahead may be running out of fuel.
And it looks like I'm just not be able to get close enough to So Solid here. Again, getting very close to a podium in this race as well, but going to cross the finish line in P4 again. These are the race results, with Greek Don't Lie finishing first as he extends his lead in the Drivers' Championship. Red Table with his best result so far in second place, followed by the two Toro Rossos. Myself in P5 after a 10-second time penalty. Then comes Tedger, Kex35, The Holy Sam and Indrexen to round off the points. TNG Platinum with another DNF before completing 75% of the race, again leaving Mercedes without any points this weekend. The same goes for Gunny Gamble, who retired from the race. As we have come to an end of this round, I want to thank you for watching and see ya in Bahrain.